are ready to go. Thank you.
All right.
Your video.
Spirit, I thank you so much for this opportunity. Heavenly Father, I thank you so much for this opportunity. This reading is for Corona. I need your hurt. Give me the okay for your spirit guide to connect with mine. And let this reading fully resonate with Corona. What this spirit guides need her to know. What this thing are trying to say to her. This is my reading for myself. Shaniqua. Excuse me, Shaniqua.
Very also easily known as
Nikki. Good things coming into your life, though. So I like starting with this deck. This is the one I use on live. It kind of just sets the tone to see. And then the other cards are just 9 times out of 10, like straight confirmations.
right.
Spirit, give me one more card. But so far, they're just saying like you've been healing, and there was a phase that you kind of had went through where your self-esteem was like really taking a hit.
Oh, yeah.
And they're just like you're just walking in your victory now. They're like you're starting to let go of a lot of stuff from the past, even though there's some stuff that you're still kind of holding on to, and they're just like trying to help you let go of some of that. But I definitely see a lot of great things coming. Yep, and I was just about to say work. Even starting starting your own business. If you like were really thinking about something, I feel like they're saying that they gave you a thought of something to start before and you had put it to the back burner, and they're saying bring that back up. Bring that back to the forefront because it's going to bring you a lot of money. Like, start working on that. Start making connections with the people that's going to, they're going to bring you people that's going to help you with that. What else just came out now was self-control and boredom. So they're also saying that although things are going pretty good, you are a little bored with life right now. Like, you just kind of feel like things are just a little too much of a routine. Excuse me. Let's see. And they also are saying that they want you to kind of, like, they see that you've been trying to work on your body and, like, becoming more healthier, and they're commending you on that.
Yay, thank you. You see it? You see it clapping for confirmation.
Right. And so they're also telling me that there's something that's going on that you're kind of in denial about, where either someone that you're talking to or wanting to talk to. I need this confirmation.
Oh, yes. Tell me about this person.
Yeah.
Holy
And
Spirit.
so let's see. Okay. So, with the denial, like they're saying that you're wanting this person to be something that this person is not.
Okay.
And at least for right now, he's not. Like, he has his own things that he's like going through, and he's not gonna be as committed if you try something right now. So it's just saying allow it to be what it is, but don't, because sometimes we tend to look at someone and be like, oh my God, is he the one? Like, is he gonna do X, Y, Z? Is he gonna be that? And they like don't have such high expectations. Don't have any expectations. So if he doesn't do what you have wanted him to do, you know, then it's not going to be a fail because it wasn't an expectation. So we fail when we have such high expectations for someone and then they don't live up to that expectation. So with the self-control, they definitely want you to start meditating a lot more. The meditation came in from the epiphany and the self-control. So you can see how he's like in awe. And then this one is, and this one is more grounded. So, they want you to start really grounding yourself, meditating a lot more. Getting a glass of water like I have there, a light candle. These usually work. So, I just couldn't find that one, so I lit one of my big ones. But they also saying that you need to get some rest. So, you know that. Yeah. And it came out for you again. They're definitely saying get some rest because not only, like, as you already know, you know, it takes a toll on how you react to others and how you react to yourself. And within getting this rest, it clears your mind for what's to come. And I'm really sensing the business, like they're saying something that you wanted to really do is they're gonna reveal it to you, and they're like, we want you to really focus on it. So I'm not sure if you know what it is.
Childcare.
Okay, well then
get on it.
Yes, definitely get on it. So spirit doesn't like, so sometimes people are like, oh, well, what job should I go into? And I'm just like, spirit doesn't always tell me. Sometimes it does. Like, I'm not going to lie. Sometimes it does. But there's times it's like, I'm not going to tell you. I'm going to tell them so they know what it is. Like, they know what it is. But they're saying really start doing the footwork because that's going to be very successful. And that's all I kept hearing because it kept drawing me back to the business. Make sure that you look at all the ins and outs and take your time with it. But definitely still get started. Like, it's like, get started, get excited, but also take your time to make sure that you catch every nook and cranny that goes into it. Okay?
I know that is something that I need to work on. Thank you for the confirmation. Question that I did have, because I've been back and forth with Puerto Rico, is I want to know what is Puerto Rico for me? Like, what's in the future there?
Okay.
I feel like nothing is there for me, but I need confirmation. Like,
okay,
maybe they
well, that's it. That's it. That's all I need to hear. Let's see. So scary. Survival. New life. Oh. That's the cards spoke for themselves, right? It's gonna be a lot of loss if you go out there and stay out there. You're already feeling like you was in survival mode being out there. Everything was a lot different. Even though it felt like it was a new life and a new beginning, it's just gonna be a lot of stuff that you're gonna go through. And I'm just hearing like the weather is still gonna change up out there. That it's not just the weather, like work opportunities is not gonna be as successful, and it's gonna be a lot of barriers if you do stay. I
want to share these cards with my
yeah, that's fine.
This is survival healer guides. I feel like when I'm in Puerto Rico, I'm living basically just to survive, and I'm not thriving there the way that I want. And I want to be patient with myself, but this is confirmation that this is not for me. This card speaks to me because new life. It is new life, new opportunities, divine mother. What I want and hoping for is like expand my family, and I hear like if you want to do that, Puerto Rico's a place to be. But that could be really anywhere. So I like this card. It's like Divine Mother. My friend is in Puerto Rico. She's bringing a new life. She's pregnant now. And then we have loss.
Yep.
Healer guides. So I can lose a lot of things. I probably have lost a lot of things.
And it's just saying like, so, no, yeah, it's fine. So with the loss, I'm also sensing, so it's not just like what I see right here, it's what they're saying that's attached to that card. And so what's attached to it is that it's just going to be a lot of barriers. Like you're going to feel like you're going to be stuck in that survival mode. Like there's going to be a lot of language barriers where you think that they're going to understand and they're not, and it's just not going to be a good fit. At least not right now. They're just like, no.
One of the main reasons I wanted to go there is to bring her up in not so much the culture. Culture is one of them. And language, so she can learn it firsthand from there. Because I can speak Spanish and communicate in a way that I understand. But from what you just said, that barrier, it has been a barrier, like, even with my level of Spanish. You think that they understand and they like, no. And because of me not speaking Spanish is one barrier. Their dialect anyway. And then the complexion of my skin is another barrier. So it's something that I don't really want her to be. We go through it here too, but it's a different ball game.
Yeah. And that's what they were saying, like, it's just a lot of barriers. That's all I keep hearing. I'm seeing barrels, like actual barrels, like they're stacked on top of each other. So that's what I'm saying, like, you can see one card and be like, okay, it's a survival, but what comes from that survival, you know? And like, so with the loss, they're just like, it's just gonna be so many barriers. It's just a lot of stuff. Like every corner that you turn is just gonna be another obstacle that's not gonna be successful.
And then what I'm getting just off of the visual here is like, I don't have the help and support that I need when I'm over there. So that's what's coming from the loss. So I have that here, and this is what a lot of my friends and my mother was concerned about when we go to Puerto Rico. Like, and it was, it's just crazy. I don't want to put my friend on blast.
Yeah, because there goes the suffering, there goes the denial, and it's gonna make you feel so self-conscious. It's gonna like make you feel like you're not good enough, like what are you doing wrong? It's just gonna put a lot of unnecessary shame on you that you don't need. So it's just, aww.
You dropped your bag. Let me give it to you. You're doing so good.
So they're just like, there's no need to put yourself through that, because this is gonna be like, it's gonna be a real life struggle. Like it's just gonna be one thing after another. Sasha, relax. It's gonna be one thing after another, and because it's gonna be so many barriers, it's gonna make you feel like you're not worthy. Like it's gonna make you feel like you're not good enough. Like, why don't they like me? Like, I'm trying my best. Like, so it's just something that I don't suggest you continue moving forward with. I'm gonna go with my other deck, because you know I love pulling out different decks.
Yes.
This is the Psychic Tarot deck. Sasha.
She was mine.
All right. Yo. there goes the moving on for confirmation. It's time to let go, because once you start to move on from there, and I kind of like just come back, the conflict being in reverse is a great sign. Like you're not going to be struggling as much. It's not going to be so much of a fight to get what you need. Let's see. Yep. And with destiny, you was meant to go there. You was meant to go there for the time that you did. It was a break from you for everything else that you were going through. And it brought you some type of peace. It was like an emotional withdrawal from everything else that was going on in your life from out here. And they're just saying like you kind of got what you needed from there, and it's time to come back home, because there's new beginnings, and there goes your business again with prosperity begins. And they're just really saying it's really time to buckle down and get to it. That's all I'm hearing, is like really get to it. With your destiny card, I feel like this business is really a part of what you're supposed to be doing. Like that's really in line with where you need to be. Like you're going to be helping so many other people. It's going to be crazy. But they're definitely saying it's time to move on. And I'm also hearing it's time to move on from that person that you were thinking about as well. Your crown chakra has your awareness. But I do see there's some mental blockage coming on. And that's what's funny, is that it landed with the spirituality strength. Which is saying that you're so at the beginning of this. And there's a lot that you are needing to learn. And but they're saying really take your time. As a baby, you can't give a baby steak, right? Because the baby doesn't have any teeth. So they're saying just really stay to the formula for right now, until you are able to expand. And that's how you're going to grow. So step by step is how you're going to be able to get to this, because they're like, you have a gift with you, you're very talented, you're very spiritual, but they want you to harness that. And they're also saying go back to meditation, start meditating, start really speaking to your guides, really connecting with them, knowing when you're hearing from them and when you're not. So it's like, they're just saying like it's a lot that they want you to learn, but they're not going to bombard you with everything all at once, okay? With the mental conflict, you're also going back and forth with a lot of other things in your mind. And I'm hearing that it's a lot from the past, and even a past relationship that you're kind of like hoping that can kind of come around. Let's see. Can I get a confirmation?
I want to know the father's involvement in the child's life, and if I should confront him on that.
Okay. The shadow man. So the conflict is more so the backward. Like that's your the shadow man is like Sasha. The shadow man is like your vices, things that we don't share with other people, like smoking and cursing somebody out, like just our vices. Like this is stuff that everyone has. Like everyone has a good and a bad side. I don't care how good someone is. There's always something that we think about that we shouldn't be thinking about. But they're just saying just to work on those areas. Sasha. And they're just saying work on those areas because
Thank you. Go sleep.
So they're saying just to really pay attention to when you are feeling in your shadow. Like feel like when you're like, all right, I shouldn't have said that. All right, I shouldn't have done that. And kind of come to terms as to why you did what you did and how you can prevent from doing it next time. with your crown chakra, that's your third eye. That's the pineal gland, and to really exercise that with your spirituality, once again, it's a lot of meditation. That's all I keep hearing is a lot of meditation, like really centering yourself, really focusing on yourself, and just allowing things to fall into place. But I definitely see the business is coming. Like, they're just wanting a hint that you're going to be very successful when you open this business. It's going to take some time, but make sure that you get all the licenses that are needed. Make sure you look into all aspects is what I'm hearing. So just really start like the basics, like we learned in school in business 101 is what I'm hearing. Like, they're like, that's gonna come into use. Start with that business plan. See how you're gonna target your customers, and I mean, because everyone has kids, but childcare, or like, you know, it's so many different aspects of it. And give me one card. So how is, let me just pick these up. How is truth came out in reverse. So there's a lot of lies that's been going on, a lot of fake promises, and nothing's been happening. A lot of things that he's saying that he's gonna do and eventually doesn't do, and it's just been leaving you defeated. Like, you promised me all these things, like, why are you like now going back on your word?
Should I reach out to his parents? Because I want to know the history of the family. And if he doesn't want to be involved, I want to give his parents the...
I feel like he's going to eventually start coming around. It just won't be right now. Like, for him, like, this is like surreal. Like, this is something that he thought that he was going to be ready for. And he got a rude awakening that he's not. Like, he's just like, I did not expect this. I thought I was going to be ready. And it's more so because he doesn't know how to deal with his own emotional stuff that he's went through. Wisdom came out in reverse, yeah. So it's just he feels as though, like, I had this baby, I have a baby, but I don't know how to be a father. And what I'm hearing is that his father wasn't an actual father. Either his father wasn't around, or his father was just like really not a great father.
Truth speaks to you.
She like, that's true. So for him, like, what's funny is that he doesn't want to be like that. Like, it's not like he wants to be a messed up dude. So he's being tormented, going back and forth with why he's doing what he's doing. And then, yeah, because how everything else, this whole line was all in reverse. Wisdom, truth, foundation, and achievements, and you see that it's a family, it's upside down. So he's went through a lot with his own family, and now he doesn't know, like, he's scared to like get in her life, and he feels that if he gets in her life, he's gonna mess her life up. Instead of like looking at it like, oh, I have a child and I have to really be there for her, like she's gonna have to learn and grow from me. He feels like whatever he does teach her is just gonna mess her up, or she may not but like she pick up his bad habits is what I'm hearing. Which it doesn't just work like that. I mean, he's just going through it, but he does want to be there. I do see him coming around. I'm not going to say that it's very soon, but it's going to take him some time. Whether you should move as to telling the family, I will say yes. But don't, I mean, I would say just speak to the mom briefly and not try to because they're saying bombard.
Yeah, I was gonna say I'm not gonna. That's the exact word I had on my tongue too. I'm not gonna bombard them with that. I just want to give them the opportunity. One, to know that they have a grandchild, and if they want to be in her life.
Yeah, because I see them being like really shocked and being like, what? And she'll start to come around. Like, she's gonna want to know her granddaughter. But at first it's gonna be a shock. Like, I don't even think that they don't know. Yeah, because that's what I'm hearing. Is that's why it's gonna be such a shock. Like, wait, what? Like, she's gonna have to get in contact with him and really find out what's going on, and then eventually she's gonna want to come around. She's gonna and this is how him coming around to actually being a father is gonna come to play. So I do suggest you do, and that's why intuition came out. Just use your intuition as to how you're gonna speak to her. Keep it short, keep it brief. You know, these are the facts, and just I'm hearing that spirit is gonna guide you through this conversation. Because authority came out in reverse, so like you're just not gonna be in control as to how the outcome goes. So she may say, oh yeah, you know, I'll think about it, and may not call back.
This card spoke to me because you were speaking about his family and how the dad probably wasn't involved. I know that it looks like a church to me, and I know that he said that his family's religious and they were brought up in the church and stuff like that. And he shared with me with all the mental blockage that's going on with him. He don't believe everything that his parents either believe or want him to believe.
Yeah, but I do see a new beginning there. I do see that things will start to come into play. And Sasha, stop. Things are gonna turn around, and you know, having him around and having his side of the family around, it's just gonna take some time. Like, he's ashamed. It's killing him that he knows what he did. You know, like, he knows that he has this child. Yeah. So it's going to be a tough road with that. There's going to be a lot of obstacles, a lot of back and forth. There's going to be some bickering, because there's going to be a denial. I'm hearing that you're going to have to go and get a paternity test.
We did.
Okay, and he has it?
Yeah.
Okay. So it's just, I'm just hearing there's still going to be some obstacles, but through just patiently waiting and like just focusing on what you need to do, you'll have the upper hand. But I know that this has brought you a lot of heartache. Like, you've cried a lot behind this. Like, it's just been one of those things where it's just like, I can't believe like you turned out to be exactly what you said you wasn't, is all I keep hearing. But Spirit is just like, you're just so strong and so resilient, and you have your family here protecting you, and they like, stand your ground. Look, new beginnings and prosperity. They just want you to really focus on your business. Like, I don't know how many times I get that in a reading where they just keep coming back with the same thing. Look how this card came back out, which is the prosperity and beginnings. Sasha. And I also see a new partner coming in. A new partner, someone that can potentially be something. But please, the only thing is that when I tell someone that someone is coming in, they tend to be like, oh my God, is this the one? Like, is this going to be my be all end all? And it's just like, please don't, just allow it to happen naturally. Don't force it. Don't think too hard about it. If it's gonna be, it's gonna be. It's just gonna be a partner that's gonna help you financially, like with the business, or You know, so they're not specifically telling me that it's going to be a romantic partner, but they are telling me that there's going to be some partnerships and alliances that are going to be made, and these people are going to start coming into your life. And I think it's really going to be dealing with your business. So there's going to be people that's going to be aligned with getting you to your destiny and starting off. Okay.
I think that's gonna be a little tough for me to see, but I guess with meditation, I'll be.
I was about to say, like, you know, where the mind goes, the body follows. And if, you know, you put it out there that, oh, I don't think that this is going to happen, then guess what? It's not. So, you know, the more you focus on the positive of, I am going to have this business, universe, I don't know how you're going to do it, but I trust that you're going to do it. God, I know that you are going to send the right people in my life to bring me to the next level, is how you're going to do it. You don't need to know the how, you just need to know that it is. Okay. Is what I just said. Sasha.
Should I continue to get property or keep the property that I already have in Puerto Rico and
sell it? Sell it.
No vacation home.
No.
Lose all ties.
Yeah. Because discontent and boredom and the base chakra. And the base chakra, let's see. I know. Since the chakras I don't really work much with, and it's like, it's a part of this deck and it hasn't been a part of any of my other decks. I tend to have to go back to it. Sasha. So known as the root chakra, this energy center is stationed at the base of your spine and is more closely related to all your other earthly issues, such as survival, the physical body, issues with money, subsistence, safety, and shelter. Which is so funny as to, this is what we taught earlier, you know, pertaining to Puerto Rico. And so with that just being said, and the discontent and boredom, like, I'm just hearing it's just gonna be too much of a struggle. Like, you might as well just get it off your hands now and get rid of it. Like, if you want a vacation home, they're just saying, listen, you're gonna have a lot more money coming in where you're not gonna be worried about. Like, let that be a vacation when you feel like going on vacation, but not having it there. Don't have this apartment. Let it go. Let go of the house.
Purpose.
Yes. Yes. And they're just saying you can use that money in other areas, and even trying to start your business again. You know, like, just focusing on that. But there goes love begins again. So I definitely see not only just for your business that you're going to meet people, but it's also going to be someone else that's actually coming in. But be patient, and you're not as patient.
Oh, no, I need to be more patient.
Yeah, because they came out in reverse. So it's just saying, like, you know, it's going to take time, but and sometimes it can go both ways, because it coming out in reverse, because I'm also hearing, like, no, you're going to have to move forward. So, all right. That's what they're saying. All right. So they're saying be patient with the love life that's about to come. But now they're saying, I came out in reverse as well, because we want you to move fast with your job, with work, with getting this off the ground. I don't know why. I'm just hearing, like, I just have that heavy sense of, like, hurry up. Like, we want you to get this. All right, Spirit. I feel like she got that. I really feel like she got that. They like, are you sure? Like,
okay, let me confirmation. Yes, I got them. Get the business off the ground. Put in the more footwork.
Yes. So they you're just gonna be so happy once you do, and they just feel like. I just feel like there's a lot of stuff that's going to be coming your way once you do that. You're going to be so much more secure in yourself and your purpose. And I think that's why they're just like, we really want you to work hard for this. Like, this is something that's going to be very beneficial for you.
I heard you, Spirit.
Let's see, anything else? Okay. Material harvest. What did I just say? And that's the only card that just came out. Material harvest. 9. That's great luck. That's your everything's coming into play. That's the reason why they keep wanting me to buckle down on that. Everything else, like, they like, don't worry about anything else. Worry about getting this off the ground, because that's where we're gonna bring you to a whole nother level that you didn't even think was possible.
Yes.
But you have to believe that. You have to put in that work.
With that card, I just saw from top to bottom, like there's the sun and meditating in the person and what I'm calling into my life. And while money is a tool, it also can be used in a good way. And all that I would benefit from getting my business lifted off the ground and being able to help others, in turn helping myself.
Yeah.
I should have left you. You were so calm. Where's your hat?
And so this is one of my new decks. This is the Moonology. Oh no, I'm gonna bring her out in a second, but I did want to see what the Moonology had to say.
I love
Moon. Let's see. Yeah, and I think these were so beautiful. I've seen these in other people's lives, and I think they were gorgeous. They have such positive and just great messages, and so I definitely want to see. That's the reason why I got them.
I have a strong connection that I feel with the moon. So much that you got a nickname from it.
There's so much energy that comes from the moon.
Yes.
Let's see.
Can I read the box? Let the moon be your guide.
And that's how it was back in the days.
In the back of it, the energy of the moon has a. I'll read it later. It doesn't come out backwards.
Let me see what message you have. That came out. New moon in Virgo. A time to give rather than to take. Surrendered to the divine with the full moon. The end of a tough cycle approaches with the Capricorn moon. And show the world the real you, the full moon in Aquarius. How about that?
What I love about this draw is that all of them are full, and then you have one that's new.
Yeah. And I love how the completion came out. Like the ending of a tough cycle. Yep, in that order. As you were surrendering, this is gonna now be broken off you, excuse me. Tongue twisted. Excuse me. And show the world the real you. Like, I just think like that's just such a confirmation as well as to, I'm gonna go to the book just so I can make sure that we're on page with what it says. When this card comes up, and starting with the new moon in Virgo, a time to give rather than to take. When this card comes up, it's time for you to take stock of your situation. Where are you and where do you want to go? The new moon energy of this card suggests a restart, and the Virgo energy suggests you make the restart a clever one that's simple and well organized. Virgo also has a strong health aspect to it. So, excuse me, so if you've been unwell, this card suggests that you have health at the top. Virgo loves clean eating and alternative therapy. So add these into your routines now, however you've been feeling. If a situation is blocked at the moment, it could be that you're over analyzing things and being too critical. It's time for you to ask less it's time for you to ask less what someone else can do for you and think about what you can do for others. So the additional meanings to this card is gratitude improves our gradual improvements are coming. Pay attention to detail pay attention to details if you want success. And that's what I was saying earlier about the business. Like, you're gonna have to look at every nook and cranny. So they like really focus on those things. Be of service to others and love. Be of service to others and love and money will follow. Sasha.
Be of service to others and love and money will follow.
Be of service to others and love and money will follow. The person you're asking about is reliable. Sasha.
Wizard. So he might be the one that comes into the picture to help financially as well. A new kind of relationship, not what I was expecting, which is the R. Kelly bump and grind kind of thing. So we could be partners, but it's not sexual. I'm fine with that. He's gonna have a hump to get over it.
I'm gonna see like that sometimes. Sometimes we may think we want something more just, superficial, and then we realize, like, wait, you can be a complete asset somewhere else, and that's gonna be, really beneficial versus just getting this one time, 20-second thing out of it. And so
I was making the connections when you were pulling the cards out earlier, and you came back.
Yeah.
And then the final confirmation, like, thank you.
So 7 minutes of divine, where are you? These cards are so weird.
So I spoke to him. What are you looking for? I spoke to him, and because he also started with the tarot card reading. So the other day, right after I finished your live, I called him. I don't call people late for the simple fact that I want you to respect my time. But I was just in the spirit, and I felt it. So I called him, he answered, and I said, I want you to do a favor for me. He's like, I said, I want you to pull out your tarot cards and tell me, like, what's gonna happen between us, like, where is this going? And then he got offended because he's like, wait, why do I have to pull out the tarot cards? Like, what if I really want you to be in my life? And what I'm hearing from what he was saying is like what you want, what I want. I said, maybe I need confirmation. So I had explained to him that I just got off the live and you were doing a reading, and I wanted to see what his cards would say. And he told me that he stopped with the tarot cards and feel like, because he had more advanced ones, and he should have started out with the beginner ones. So I thought you can pull out your cards and it could either serve as confirmation. I said maybe you can see if you're on point with what you say, or you need practice. So it would kind of serve both of us. But he doesn't do that anymore. And he did tell me, like, he had always told me before, like, he loves the connection that we have, and he always want to be in my life. And whether it's sexual or not. And then later on in the conversation, and he was like, maybe I lied about the sexual part, or we could work on
but
it.
the thing is that sex does kind of especially when you have a connection with someone that it didn't start off with a sexual connection, those are really needed. And I would say to keep it on that aspect, because once you have sex with someone, it changes a lot, and it's not that you wanted to change, it just happens. One person is going to feel some type of way, the other one is not. And then you're going to have a friendship go down the drain, all because of wanting, something that's going to be beneficial for like 20 minutes and not saying that it can't happen, but you have other things on your plate that you need to be focused on.
Which is also what I explained to him. And I was like, to me, everything is about energy now. There was me before baby, me after baby. After her, everything changed. I was a nympho, probably addicted to sex before I had her. After, I didn't have sex halfway, even before halfway through my pregnancy. So to, first of all, give birth without pain, without being sexually active, I blew my mind. And now to after birth, to not even be horny. You know, I have a
Mm-hmm.
new, what do I even categorize you as? Like, I have no desire to have sex, you know? So for
Mm-hmm.
me, all of that is energy. And then watching videos and it confirming that this energy can be used towards something else. And I told him I have
Mm-hmm.
businesses that I'm working on, several businesses at the same time. I would rather use that sexual energy towards my businesses.
Mm-hmm. And that's what they keep saying. That's why they were harnessing down on you just really focusing on business. Like, just focus on your finances. Focus on just creating, like just using your powers to create new things. Like, that's all I keep hearing. And that's all it wanted to keep drawing back to. With the surrender to the divine, the full moon, the very word climax brings all sorts of ideas and imaginations to our minds. Agreed.
Mm-hmm.
But it really is the feeling of this card. Life is coming to a head, a point of conclusion, or a turning point. There may be some kind of change and possibly even some sort of emotional explosion. Tune into the emotions now and see what they're telling you. They're likely, alright, so you're very likely close to the surface. No matter when the moon cycle ends, you'll pull, no matter when oh, geez Louise, can we get it together? They're very likely close to the surface.
She likes to see her reflection sometimes. Look, you're not even looking at yourself. Look.
They're very likely close to the surface, no matter when the moon cycle you pulled this card. Matters will soon conclude, and you'll find out whatever. Aww.
That's why I'm trying to start putting her to sleep without me. She could get used to it.
Her little fingers.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so they're saying they're very likely to close to the surface no matter when in the moon cycle you've pulled this card. Matters will soon conclude, and you will find out whether or not your wishes are going to come true. The odds are in your favor, as this is a positive card, but you may need to work harder than usual to keep cool as events unfold. Additional meanings to this card: a wish you may be about to come true. It's make or break time. There could be a sense of madness in the air. Breathe deep and stay calm. You may need to forgive someone to release negative energy. It's time to let go of the past and move on. Great. Let's get the Capricorn. And that's just really letting go of a lot of the stuff. And I feel like that's what you've been doing anyway. So just continue doing that. Letting go, forgiving the people that need to be forgiven, even if they don't need to be forgiven. Because it's not for them, it's for you, you know. And the quicker and the more you're able to forgive others is the more stuff can come to you that's positive. That's like someone forgiving you quickly. That's just, you know, a lot of good omens come from that. And then it's like one Capricorn. Oh, well, that's not the same one.
I'm really here just trying to put it together, like who is it that needs forgiveness?
Well, I mean, it did have a few other meanings, but maybe the baby father for not being who he's supposed to be right now, you know? And that can be tough. But forgive him and let go and let God. Let God work that one out, you know? So the end of a tough cycle approaches. Full moon in Capricorn. How hard are you willing to work for what you want? This card is reminding you that effort is required. Work issues may be about to come to a head. when this card comes up. If you are wondering if you should stay in your job or leave, this card can be a strong sign to make an exit. The end of a rough time is forecast. This card also asks you to consider how ambitious you are and whether you're prepared to pull out all the stops to make your professional dreams come true without being ruthless. With a love question, this card can be a call to face reality. Whatever situation you're asking about, making a plan will help. If your personal life is troubled, prioritize it more. So additional meanings to this card: a professional project may be ending now. Admit if you have been overly hard-headed or hard-nosed. I never heard that expression.
Me neither. Like very nosy, maybe.
Yeah, right. Like hard-nosed. Okay. Find a balance between your personal and private life, and it's time to stop fearing the worst. Let me say the last one again. It's time to stop fearing the worst. I don't know why they want me to repeat it one more time, but I will. It's time to stop fearing the worst. So, we have the last card in full moon in Aquarius.
Thanks for resonating it with me 3 times, because not even related to business, but my child in general, and I think this is a part of the mental blockage card that you pulled out earlier. So since she was younger, I would visualize the craziest things. And I don't even want to put it out there, but you can just imagine like however your mind works. So there it goes.
We had the conversation. I was like, I'm scared to have one of those. So I get it. No, I get it. And that's why they was like, I don't know, say it again. And I was like, okay. So I said it again. And like, no, say it again. So yeah, that was Spirit knows. Show the world the real you. This card brings the message from the cosmos that you need to detach a little from whatever situation you're asking about. Someone might be keeping you at arm's length now, but it's no bad thing. It's important for you to allow life to unfold and progress, even if change seems to be frightening. If you've been holding yourself back from showing the world the real you, this card reminds you that your unique characteristics are what make you special. In a relationship, you are being too aloof or detached. Go ahead and be yourself in whatever is coming for you. Other additional meanings to this card: don't lose your beauty and romance of life. You are too much in your head. Get into your heart. A friend needs you, be there for them, and a situation is going to take an unexpected turn. They both said them.
Same time. Mom was like, who's that friend?
That's what I was thinking.
And I'm also thinking like, I'm at the place in my life where I've been helping people so much, and we spoke about this briefly the other day, but and I said, I want to do something that I benefit from. And the cards also said, focus on how you can help others more. So
it's just a confirmation. Yep. Like, I just love when Spirit does what Spirit does. Like, I say this constantly, and I think that's why they just do it more. Because it's just like when he does, and I get someone that's like, oh my God, light and power. Like, that's exactly what it was that you said last time. And that's what I was just hearing. It just confirms it. Sorry, I have to pick up the Rebels up.
No doubt.
Let's see.
Faith.
Miss Rebel with an attitude.
Let's get it.
And let's see what Miss Rebel with an attitude has to say.
I wonder what my ex-boyfriend has is he mature yet? I let him go because he didn't have his stuff together. You know him, and you
know what's so funny is that I was actually thinking about him, and I was like, I wonder if you still like keep in contact with him.
I don't, but I want to know, like, I don't want to reach out to him if he's not ready yet. I'm ready for him to meet me at the same level. Don't go back.
And y'all two were just like Oh man.
We could have done something great.
Like y'all were just like unstoppable. Like y'all,
Right?
oh man, y'all was like always together.
I
Aw.
miss him.
And gosh, it was so many years
It was
ago.
so many years ago. We were in 2019 now, and we were together for 4 years, and it was the most significant relationship that I've ever had.
It was
younger.
meant for you. It was meant for you to learn from him.
And I learned a lot from him.
And look, and before I could even get it out, because he was gonna learn from you too, but you had a lot of learning to do from him.
Mm-hmm.
And oh man, oh you could have smile.
Contagious.
Huh, you know what card just came out?
Stop obsessing.
Anything else, Miss Rebels, would you like to convey before we end this session? Anything else, Rebel? Let's see.
What would you say I'm obsessing over? Maybe it's something that I don't see.
Okay. Get the fuck out your head. So, whatever it is, they like, stop playing. We know that you are. And can I just get a confirmation on that? They like, this is a confirmation, but just to, you know. Wait, Sasha. I'm coming right now. Don't believe every shitty thought that you have. And what's so funny is stop obsessing, get the fuck out your head, and stop believing every shitty thought. So, yeah. So you are not the fucking center of the universe. Stop obsessing. Get the fuck out your head. Get in your heart. We just heard that. It misses you. Don't believe every shitty thought you have. Thoughts can be sneaky, lying bastards.
Thank you.
You are so welcome.
Thank you so much.
You are so welcome. It was a pleasure doing this reading with you. Thank you so much for allowing me to do this reading with you. In spirit, I just asked to be disconnected. I thank you so much for a successful session, and I'm just very grateful. Thank you so much. Amen. Yeah. So just really focus on business. Like they're just saying, harness down on that. You have so many aspects. You have so many opportunities that's gonna arise from just really focusing on one. A few others are gonna come up from that.
Okay.